Fame is a double-edged sword. One day you're on top of the world. The next you're trending for all the wrong reasons. Hollywood has seen it all. Heroes who fell, villains who rose, and a few legends who somehow survived it all. This is the story of 10 iconic names, what they did, what went wrong, and what we can learn from each of them. Buckle up. Because in Hollywood, nothing stays the same for long. Amber Heard, when the courtroom becomes the internet's favorite show.
Timeline.
2016. Files for divorce from Johnny Depp, alleges domestic abuse 2022. Defamation trial live-streamed globally. Recordings and testimonies contradict her claims 2022. Verdict. Jury rules in Depp's favor. Heard ordered to pay millions in damages post-trial. Quietly moves to Spain, reportedly under a different name. The story. It didn't start with a movie premiere. It started with a courtroom. When the Depp vs. Heard trial went live, the entire world was watching. Every tear, every pause, every facial expression. What many expected to be a story of a victim speaking her truth slowly became something else. Audio recordings played in court. Testimonies shifted. Evidence contradicted earlier claims. The internet noticed, and once it does, mercy disappears fast. TikToks mocked her. Memes shredded her credibility. Hollywood distanced itself. Film roles dried up overnight. Brand deals vanished. When the verdict came, it didn't just end a trial. It ended her public career. The lesson: in the age of cameras and receipts, you don't control the truth. The evidence does. Johnny Depp, the man the internet never stopped loving. Timeline. 1990s, 2000s, becomes a global icon with Edward Scissorhands, Pirates of the Caribbean 2016, 2022, messy public divorce and defamation battle with Amber Heard 2022, wins defamation trial, public support surges throughout, secretly visits children's hospitals dressed as Captain Jack Sparrow. The story. Before the courtroom clips and the headlines, Johnny Depp was already something rare. A reminder that weird could be wonderful. Even during the messiest celebrity trial in modern history, people never really stopped loving him. And the reason is simple. While the world argued online, Depp was quietly dressing up as Captain Jack Sparrow and visiting children's hospitals in Vancouver, Brisbane, London, and beyond. He stayed longer than scheduled because sick kids don't run on Hollywood time. He also donated millions to hospitals that once saved his own daughter's life. That's not PR. That's personal. Add his legendary acting, disappearing into every role from the chaotic Sparrow to the heartbreaking Edward Scissorhands, and you understand why fans stayed loyal through everything. The lesson: authenticity is armor. When people know your heart, controversy can't fully destroy you. Whoopi Goldberg, when one moment undoes decades of trust. Timeline. 1985, breakthrough role in The Color Purple. 1990, wins Oscar for Ghost. 2007, present, co-host on The View, becomes increasingly controversial. January 2022, says the Holocaust was not about race on live TV. 2022, temporarily suspended from The View. Sponsors grow nervous. The story: there was a time when Whoopi Goldberg was pure Hollywood gold. The Color Purple.
Ghost.
She didn't just act, she owned the screen. Audiences trusted her completely. Then she took a seat on The View, and the tone changed. Politics, race, social issues, Whoopi charged straight in with no filter. Her blunt delivery thrilled some and infuriated others. But the real explosion came in January 2022. During a discussion about the Holocaust, she said it was not about race but about man's inhumanity to man. The backlash was immediate. Critics piled on. The show suspended her. Sponsors got nervous. That one moment became symbolic, not just of a bad take, but of how quickly public love can flip. The lesson: honesty is powerful, but timing, empathy, and awareness decide whether your words build bridges or burn them. Fred Rogers, the most radical man in television history. Timeline. 1968, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood premieres on PBS. Decades of consistency. Wakes at the same time daily, answers fan mail by hand, maintains 143 pounds because 143 equals I love you in sign language. 2003, passes away. legacy only grows stronger with time. The story: in a world obsessed with scandal and drama, Fred Rogers became famous by doing the opposite of everything Hollywood taught. No arrests, no leaked tapes, no shocking interviews. Just a man in a cardigan who changed his shoes on television and told children they mattered. He lived with monk-level discipline. He woke at the same time every morning, prayed quietly, and answered every piece of fan mail by hand. Even his weight, exactly 143 pounds for decades, was intentional. That number means "I love you" in sign language. His kindness was so real that thieves who stole his car brought it back with an apology note after realizing who it belonged to. Even Coco the gorilla adored him, hugging him and mimicking his shoe-changing ritual. Everyone, limo drivers, studio staff, strangers, had a "Fred Rogers changed my life" story. The lesson: in a loud, chaotic world, the most radical thing you can be is genuinely kind. Jada Pinkett Smith radical honesty, or too much information? Timeline: 1997. Marries Will Smith. 2018. Launches Red Table Talk. Praised for raw, honest conversations. 2020. Publicly reveals entanglement with singer August Alsina on live TV. Internet explodes. March 2022. Will Smith slaps Chris Rock at the Oscars after Rock jokes about Jada's shaved head. 2023. Reveals in her memoir that she and Will have been separated since 2016. The story: few celebrities split the internet the way Jada Pinkett Smith does. One minute she's praised for fearless honesty. The next, she's blamed for one of the most shocking moments in Oscar history. The controversy trail is long. In 2020, she publicly revealed an entanglement with singer August Alsina, a confession that left viewers stunned and divided. Then there were her frequent reflections on her deep bond with Tupac Shakur, which many felt overshadowed her marriage to Will. But nothing cemented her reputation quite like the 2022 Oscars. When Chris Rock made a joke about her shaved head, cameras caught Jada's visible displeasure. Seconds later, Will walked on stage and slapped Rock in front of the entire world. Many believe that single moment, that eye roll, changed history. Her show Red Table Talk was designed to promote healing through honest conversation. But critics argue that turning private marital pain into public content ultimately humiliated Will and damaged the family. Supporters call it courage. Critics call it emotional recklessness. The lesson: there's a fine line between radical honesty and public oversharing, and once you cross it, the consequences belong to everyone around you too. Hollywood proves one thing above everything else: fame can crown you or crush you overnight. The same camera that makes you a star can end your career. The same audience that loves you today can turn tomorrow. And the internet? It never forgets. But through all the chaos, a few truths remain. Genuine kindness outlasts scandal. Fred Rogers. Consistency builds what controversy can't destroy. Denzel Washington. The gap between your image and your reality always closes. Eventually, Ellen DeGeneres. So the real question isn't who Hollywood will celebrate next. It's who will still be standing when the spotlight moves. Like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Which story shocked you the most?